Oof. So as much as I don't like admitting to anyone on any public platform that I'm on TikTok, I'm on TikTok and I found this dress that I really want to make. I don't know why, because I feel like I have enough white dresses and I just can't get enough of them. Like I took the Christian symbolism of my childhood a little bit too deep into my personality. Basically, it's this white dress from Zara that it looks like a men's formal shirt that's been kind of pleated and tucked and cut to be a woman's dress. So I think I hyperfixated on this dress for a couple of reasons. One, because it looks like it's deceptively easy to make and I'm into disappointment. I do film photography, so, you know, why wouldn't I be? And currently on their website it's like $45, I think, which isn't the most heinous price I've ever seen, but as somebody who's literally dressed to go to a part-time job interview in an hour, just kidding, I have to seam rip the pocket off.
With absolutely zero credit to the camera angle, here I'm tucking and pinning 2 darts down the front middle of the dress and then 2 on the front sides. Now, the original dress has elastic shirring on the back, but since this is being custom fitted to myself, I decided I didn't really need that stretchiness and just pleated the back too in the same way. And the initial fit ended up looking something like this.
So after putting about 1,000 pins in this thing and getting the pleats kind of all in place and making sure the side seams stay at the side and not like things were bundled, I've come to the inevitable conclusion that I do have to cut the sleeves off. These sleeves are made for a man, and I have very, very unmanly arms. One could almost say fettuccine-like. I'm gonna have to alter the size of the sleeve and the sleeve hole. Here we go. Is there an easier way to be cutting off this sleeve? Probably. Am I gonna stop long enough to like think about that? Well, I'm thinking right now nothing's coming up, so. Where was this costume like a couple weeks ago when I needed like a sexy nurse costume for Halloween? I'm kidding. I was a sexy PT assistant. See, I kind of need to like pin and I gave up on the sleeves, and I'm just gonna focus on taking a piece of chalk and kind of marking where I want the seams of the pleats to begin and end. So I'm just gonna make sure they're all even. Okay, so I think the time has come. I think I'm ready to kind of sew it all down.
So here I did a straight stitch along the edge of all the pleats, starting from the underboob area and stopping at kind of where I wanted the skirt to start flaring out at my hips.
I kind of like this. This is looking good. I'm feeling this. The butt, okay, the butt is weird. The butt could use some work. And so could the back of the dress. Here comes the worst part of this project, probably, where we try to turn this monstrosity of a void into some kind of sleeve hole shape. I'm just gonna cut it while it's in the mannequin again. You know what they say, you can't teach a lazy dog new tricks.
So after cutting the sleeves off, I tried pinning the original sleeves back onto the dress to see how much I need to adjust the sleeve width by.
Okay, that's a problem. It actually kind of fits. I didn't expect that. But I want the sleeves to be smaller!
Yeah, I gave up on making the sleeves thinner.
Okay, so this is a sleeve, and this is where the sleeve is supposed to attach to the armhole, and surprisingly that diameter fits. However, I need to shorten the sleeve by about 5 inches, so I am trying to get it to about here without sacrificing the diameter of that, so that is about 10 inches across. And there's kind of where it's supposed to end. So I have to imitate that curve. This is the least scientific way I could possibly be doing this. I don't know if it's going to work at all. But that looks kind of, like, that looks reasonable, right? That looks reasonable. So, now that the sleeves are on, it's now the fun part of the sewing process where you get to decide how slutty the dress is, which is important because it's the difference between my mom telling me to have a good time versus don't be home too late versus who were you hanging out with yesterday, so you understand the gravity of the situation here. So a lot of you might be thinking this kind of already looks like a decent length for a dress, and I kind of agree, but the back is still a little wonky, like it curves in because the shirt curves in and it needs to be shortened so it can flare out and give me a little bit of a butt, so we're gonna do that.
This next part is specifically for the 3 people that compared me to Best Dressed Ashley.